some little goofy chick was on TikTok talking about disclosure. You know how trans people need to disclose because it's their responsibility to the straight man they tricking, and she was spreading that little like stupid ass thing.
I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing
That's
at
not even
else.
no, but she was spreading that little goofy ass fucking like thing, and it's not even real. Like, let's get off that. Like, I mean, Neo, you stated it multiple times. Shit, we all know these niggas ain't nobody tricking nobody. Nobody.
Yeah. I mean, I literally, the only thing I had said to somebody who had sent that to me, I was like, you gotta. I'm never gonna be the one to speak from an opinion that I don't understand, but I'm gonna quote from people that are living in that lifestyle, and that's like, you could say all day that you don't, like, yes, you didn't disclose this to me. I'm not attracted to a person like this, but you were.
Dog, and that's the thing. And this is the only way that I'll. This is the way I'll close that out. This is the way I'll close that out, because people always, they ask me all the time, like, do you feel it's your responsibility to tell somebody, you know, yada yada yada. Yeah. And my thing is, look, first of all, if I'm I'm not in a club no more, because you know we not in the club. But when I used to be out at the clubs, niggas used to, like, they would walk over to me and my homegirl and they would buy us drinks, right? And I had a homegirl who turned to me one time after a nigga bought us drinks and said, "Oh my God, you're not gonna tell him?" And I said, "Man, tell this nigga what?" I said, first of all, we in this very public space.
At a hand, like that's a handshake.
And now, like, you trying to make this a whole different thing.
Why are you trying to make this? Because this might just be a drink, and we don't, and
exactly.
that be that.
This nigga, I'm not gonna communicate with this nigga. This nigga might not. This nigga is not guaranteed, or to like, really he's not liable for any like hug. He not liable for me to suck his dick. He not liable for any fucking thing. You feel me?
Nothing.
To have any communication. This nigga
he bought a random drink to a person he didn't speak to. You don't got no. Yeah,
I'm not responsible to even dance with this nigga. I'm not responsible to talk to this nigga.
Nothing.
Nigga just bought two girls a drink. Okay,
that's what you get for tricking.
And no, it's like that thing happens so fucking often. Like, people, they love to say, like, even when they say, well, why would you wait until you went out on a date with somebody? Well, first of all, just because you take somebody out on a date, or just because, let's say, you go out to dinner with somebody, or you meet somebody for lunch, you know that you're not, like, required sex for that, right? I think that those are, like, 20-year-olds who think like that, who say that, yo,
I don't know nobody shit.
Exactly, that's what I said.
I don't even know you a fucking conversation.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know you an explanation. If this shit going wrong, I could walk away from the table.
And that's the point.
I don't owe you an explanation.
I don't owe you anything.
But even more than that, I think people, especially folks who are straight, especially folks who present as whatever they present as, is what they identify as. I think it's simple as, how awkward would it be, me as a cishet black man approaching you and just coming to you just to have our first conversation is about my dick, and how I've had my dick my whole life.
Man, that would be awkward.
I've had my dick my whole life, and you might the size of it might be cool with you, and let's keep talking about that. Let's keep, let's keep that going.
That's actually an amazing way to put it.
No, that'd be a silly conversation.
But it's just like, how much sense does that make if that's the first in our first conversation?
Let's be clear.
You know what I'm saying? We're not even in that place of intimacy.
We in the post. We kind of entering post social media right about now, and by post I mean the people who, barring some outliers, if you ain't busting on Twitter, you ain't gonna get busting. If you ain't busting on Instagram, it probably ain't gonna happen. If you ain't YouTube, and it's just we post. So now it's a bunch of people who now seeing the benefits that people have reaped from socials, and now they jumping on. Just trying to say some shit. Because to get back to how the conversation started, you said some random bitch online typed some random shit.
No, she posted a video about it.
It was a video.
Okay, a whole video. But here's the thing. What motivated you to do that?
I don't know what motivated.
See, I don't get past that. Yeah. See, when people start talking and shit, I'm not even processing what you saying to me until I figure out why you're saying this to me in the first fucking place. So let's just rewind.
What investment do you have in this?
What happened to you, young lady, where you decided to take your phone or set up whatever, however you do your shit, to go on and have this conversation about something that literally has nothing to like. What was your
nothing to do with you?
What was your motivation?
She said she's straight, so she's never going to have sex with a trans woman.
So what does this have to like? Why was this even on your like? I don't think about the weather in Croatia. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't ever stop and think about the weather in Croatia. You know why? Because I don't live in Croatia. That shit ain't got nothing to do with me. Mm-hmm. So why the fuck am I bringing up conversations? Why am I thinking about stuff and speaking on stuff that literally has nothing to do with me? Like, did she even give a backstory? Or is it more likely this? She was just looking for some attention, acceptance, and approval. And let's get to the next thing. She might be a female incel who motherfucking is unhappy because a special girl might have got a little more action than she's getting. And let's talk about this real thing that nobody talking about. Online, it's a bunch of fucking lames who sitting at home typing shit who deep down inside are incels. They can't get no dick. They can't get no pussy. So they hating on the motherfuckers that do. And then if you get some dick or some pussy, they say you would pick me or some goofy ass shit. The problem is nobody picked you, and you jealous that you think the dude, you think that old girl didn't disclose what was going on. The problem is the dude you like probably knew what it was going in, and he like her and don't like you. That's what I think the problem is, because I don't see why you would bring that up. I don't bring up Tahiti. I don't live in Tahiti. Tahiti does not affect me. What goes on in Tahiti has no bearing on my life. Mm-hmm. Therefore, I don't speak on it. Why would I know? That's just weird to me. That'd be like if I just came out and started talking about little people all of a sudden.
Yeah.
So let me tell y'all about little people. And little people need to make full disclosure because they don't have adult sized vaginas or some shit. Like, you like, nigga,
if y'all got like regular sized heads, that can be misleading. And then I come and see you and you look like a yeah.
You a dwarf. Like, why would I talk about little people and dwarfs? Like, it don't, unless she looking for attention, acceptance, and approval. So what I say with that is, Morgan, when people try that, maybe you should exercise some compassion for them, because they had so little to talk about their own life, and they had so little to bring to the equation, that they decided that the only way that they could seek attention, acceptance, and approval is to talk about others who ain't got shit to do with them.
And specifically talk about others that you can say whatever you want, and people aren't going. It's going to be more people just agreeing with you and not calling you out for what you're saying than anything else. Because I think people always try to punch down always.
Yeah, so
when they just pulling for content,
looking to it's like you just looking for attention. Mm-hmm. And what's sad is that you can't get no attention for you, and you probably jealous because you think that old girl didn't disclose. And what you really, really jealous about is maybe he didn't know going in, and maybe he was pleasantly surprised.
Yes,
and he was pleasantly surprised. And then you turned around and projected your jealousy and anger, and then turned around and wanted to make a PSA. But I don't see why you talking about shit that ain't got nothing to do with you. That's sad. You seeking attention, acceptance, and approval through others.
Well.